Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic host of Bachelor Nation News, and we have some Saturday morning content for you guys out there. It's a nice fall morning. You're drinking your pumpkin spice lattes, and we've got the reunion of Bachelor in Paradise shot last night. I'm not going to have any spoilers for any contents of Bachelor in Paradise, but we are here to talk about Gabby WIndey attending the reunion show. Rachel Recchia posts back to the streets. Old white boy here thinks back to the streets means they are both now single. They can take to the public boulevards to meet other single gentlemen or gentle ladies and partake in single events such as courting and finding partners through wearing fun outfits. I don't know. How does it work these days, kids? The dating world's wild. Back to the streets really means going on Hinge and posting your sexiest thirst traps as you will. And this is Thirst Trap Dave in my nice Paul Bunyan outfit. I'm sure I already pissed some people off because now I'm talking in generalizations here. But whatever single means to Gabby, I hope she fulfills that. If that means winning the Mirror Ball trophy on Dancing with the Stars, I'd be happy for her. If it means hooking up with a bunch of random people, I'm happy for her too. Just whatever she wants to do, whatever anybody wants to do, that's where I'm at with my political correctness. Do what you want to do with your body that brings you happiness and doesn't hurt anyone else. Okay, so yesterday, oh boy, spineless Dave, just nothing but Gumby Dave here. I've got to run. I've got actually a lot of work to do this morning. My wife and I are going to the flower market where we're going to recreate our wedding rose, our wedding bouquet. I'll share that info at the end with you guys. We got a vest tailor-made for the dog so that we can take wedding photos with our dog today. Oh, that means I got to go shave. So we got a lot to do. All right, but first, Bachelorette's Gabby WIndey and Eric Schwer break up less than 2 months after the finale. Here's what was said yesterday. We don't have any words out yet from Gabby or Eric. But, of course, a source reported on E! News she felt they weren't aligned and weren't on the same page. Gabby was hoping they could give each other space and work it out, but ultimately decided they didn't have a future. So this feels a little rushed because the breakup was this week. But what we know last night with the taping of Bachelor in Paradise reunion, this will give her and Eric a couple weeks to kind of cool off, I guess. Although, what if they get back together? You know? I mean, whenever you break up what feels to be quote-unquote abrupt, they could possibly get back together, and then that'll make the Bachelor in Paradise reunion need a reunion, and then we got to do, just nonstop content. But you know me, when it comes to barrel scraping, just when you think you got to the bottom of the barrel and you scraped, you peel off another layer that all needs scraping, and such is life. So, pilot Rachel Recchia posts this, and I have to say, on behalf of everyone in Bachelor Nation, we love single Rachel. Rachel's been quite lovely. Just goes to show how being on a TV show can bring out the worst in you, a la Claire Crowley. I'm sure she'll agree that being on the show kind of heightened who they are. Now, what's interesting with Gabby, not to draw attention, she always blurs out her feet, but her feet are fully exposed in this photo here. So maybe that's just a sign. Hey, not only am I single, but the feet are, single too. I don't know. Either way, I'm not going to focus on the feet, but what I am going to focus on is the background here. They are at what's called a sound stage, apparently, in this photo. A sound stage is a giant, what looks to be like a factory, almost like an Amazon warehouse, which have been used for decades, probably over 100 years, actually, to shoot film and TV. They shoot sitcoms like Friends and all these different TV shows and Bachelor in Paradise reunion episodes in a soundstage. Now, in the soundstage, there's really nothing in there. It's fully customizable. What it is essentially a completely soundproof room. Now, not completely, but they've got just if a nuclear fallout ever happens, you probably want to go into a soundstage. And now I know someone's going to be like, well, actually, you need 6 feet of concrete. Bug off. We're having fun. It's a Saturday. But in a soundstage, you've got literally you can march elephants and houses. There are these giant barn doors that open up, and you can bring whatever set design you need to bring in. Literally, you see they wheel in, whatever. So what I'm trying to say is there's enough room to back in the drama. I think we have the whole bus here that we usually when we have the drama, prepare your dogs, we have this kind of thing where we just like to back it up all the way into the soundstage, bring the tea in. So they've got that there. So that just shows that that's where they are. They've got their single and loving it hot girl outfits on. Rachel's dressed accordingly for the fall palette. You know what I mean? You know, burnt sienna kind of vibes happening here. All right, very good. You know, pumpkins, the old pumpkin patch energy. So Gabby posted this yesterday. This is a big deal. There's been several photos that she's posted where she's got one hand but not the other, and there's that age-old dilemma. Is that her left hand or her right hand? Because certain cameras, you know, it reflects the mirror and all that. But there she is, two hands, no rings. I mean, we've confirmed it, right, guys? By the way, can you imagine the tan lines on this outfit here? Very nice. Right now, she's in what's called a honey wagon. Honey wagons are trailers. They're mobile offices and mobile dressing rooms that they put talent in when they don't need them, because sometimes these filming episodes can take 10 to 12 hours. They want to get them there, get them in their hair and makeup, get them ready to go, and then literally just leave them in there all day long. I mean, the first TV show I was ever on, it was a pilot for ABC starring Kate Smart. And I remember how nervous I was. And they put me in the honey wagon. And I had to literally wait there all day long for my scene. And I still remember the lines in my head. The show never got picked up. But anyway, you get very bored. You just sit there all day. You know, you can tell it's a honey wagon because they've got the little RV doors there. Anyway, I'm sharing all this with you guys just to say this is what went down yesterday. Zachary Reality posted, prediction: Gabby opens up about the breakup for the first time at the Paradise reunion, just like Tayshia did. Gabby and Rachel both went to the Paradise reunion. Michelle didn't. Also, Katie Thurston. It's almost like they've blacklisted Katie Thurston. She wasn't at Bachelorette. She hasn't been invited to any of these different events here. It's like you realize she was one of your recent Bachelorettes. Anyway, what do I know? No Bachelorette has now stayed with. I think the last Bachelorette to have success was Rachel Lindsay. Am I correct? It's been an 0 for 7 or 8. We have, let's count them down. Who am I missing? After Rachel Lindsay, we have Hannah Brown, Tayshia, Claire Crowley, Katie Thurston. We've got Michelle Young, and then we have Gabby and Rachel. Am I missing anybody? That's 7. I'm probably missing another 1 or 2. Either way, not looking good. And it's not like the Bachelors had any better luck. I mean, we got Bachelors that are gay now. We got the whole thing is the whole, you know, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Nothing wrong with being gay. Just, of course, you know, that wasn't, you know, he wasn't out during the show, so of course those relationships didn't work. Zach said, anxiously awaiting the tea from the reunion. So are we. We really don't have much. We don't have anything from Reality Steve. My thought is when they brought Gabby in for her segment in the Bachelor in Paradise reunion, which is going to be lit. We're going to have Victoria talking on it. We're going to have all these different things going on. We'll have love. We'll see who made it, who's still engaged and all that. But my thought is they could have brought Gabby in and cleared the audience. That would be the best way to prevent spoilers. I don't know if the show really cares to prevent spoilers, though, because as we've kind of found out, spoilers kind of give the audience something to look forward to. Like, it's almost like knowing what happened but not knowing how we got there is something that the show likes. Either way, I'm going to make a voicemail video podcast later today. If you want to check out the podcast, call the voicemail line 401-213-9828. It's been an absolute smacking success. 258 ratings that you guys have given us this week. Excited for long form barrel scraping. I have been subscribed to Dave's YouTube channel for years. I watch almost every day, and this format will be more convenient for me. So happy he made this move. And then SAHM approved. And it took me a few minutes to be like, what does SAHM approved mean? And then I figured it out. Stay-at-home mom. Well, I'm a stay-at-home Dave. I'm an SAHD. Been a long-time subscriber. Love your YouTube videos and been enjoying your podcast and excited for more episodes. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 3 under 3, and listening to your content brings humor and joy to my day. Thanks, Dave. Well, thank you, K Heather 1990. I appreciate you for your hard work. I'm sure being a mother of 3, it can be very challenging. I know a lot of people that work from home, including stay-at-home moms, probably have a hard time not being able to talk to other adults. I can't even imagine what that would be like. So for you to just be on the other end of this weird little experiment we have called Bachelor Nation News, I appreciate you. So all of these episodes are available to binge for free wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search Bachelor Rush Hour. It's a weekday afternoon podcast. I give you all the tea. And the one we had yesterday is very interesting because the breaking Bachelorette news came out really at the last second of the day. And then right after that, I had already recorded my podcast. So I gave you the breaking news and then we jumped right into the podcast and talked about all of that extra stuff. Just for fun, why don't we give you guys one voicemail and I'll play the rest of these voicemails on the podcast today. I haven't listened to this, but let's have a listen.
Hi, this is Jane from Santa Cruz, California.
Hi, Jane.
And I know it's happened before, but I just can't understand if you're newly engaged, especially the way it happens on The Bachelorette, where it's so quick that you really need to spend time together. Why somebody would do something that's so time-consuming and emotionally draining as Dancing with on the Stars. I think Dancing with the Stars. I think Nick did that as well, didn't he?
Sure.
Right after the show, or maybe it's been a couple of months, but still, that just almost seems like you're not trying to give the effort to your relationship. And it's bad enough have to go back to work and to real life and maybe to different cities, but to then take on another, I don't know, it's very confusing to me. Thank you. I love your show. I like that you're very, very liberal. Radical liberal. Very great.
Thank you. Radical Dave over here. Appreciate you. Everyone would go vote on Tuesday. Thank you, Jane from Santa Cruz, California. Look, here's the deal when it comes to Dancing with the Stars. Yeah, it's very time consuming to go on that show right after getting engaged. But you have to remember, they did get engaged 2 months earlier. And with engagements, I mean, look, like I say, relationships need to be the dessert and not the main course. If your relationship can't handle you dancing for 6 hours a day with a ballroom partner, then the engagement wasn't strong enough to begin with. That's the way I look at it. When you go on Dancing with the Stars, they get paid like 6 figures. And if you're good like Gabby is, you get paid a second. Once you make it halfway through the show, you get paid again. So there's a lot of money on the line. You get to build a huge audience. And look, it's better than digging ditches. No offense to our ditch diggers out there. Everyone loves it. Some people are good at ditch diggers. You put on Bachelor Rush Hour podcast and you dig more ditches because you're like, oh, I love hanging out with Dave and you just dig ditches. That's totally fine. It's a metaphor. But like, you know, someone like Gabby coming from as an ICU nurse, trust me, if you had to say, is Gabby a happier person after a full shift as an ICU nurse or Dancing with the Stars? I'm assuming it's Dancing with the Stars. Not to say anything against ICU nurses. I'm just saying that's probably such a heavy job. So the alternative isn't living in a vacuum doing nothing and just staring at your fiance all day while a candle burns out. The alternative is going back to another reality pre-Bachelorette, and you can't really put that genie back in the bottle. Either the relationship works or it doesn't. In this case, it didn't. Anyway, leave a voicemail. We'll play those on today's podcast that'll be released this afternoon, 401-213-9828. I'll talk to you guys all later. If you want bonus content, go to patreon.com/Dave Neal. We will get more information. We don't have much about what went down. When we get more information and all the spoilers leak, I'll make a video for that. We'll talk to you all soon. Bye, everybody.